Good evening everyone and welcome to the 8th round of F1 Total Division 2. We are at the Losail International Circuit for the Qatar Grand Prix. Yeah, getting close to the end of the season now, only 5 races to go including this one. And hopefully another exciting race inbound. A very well-filled grid for tonight, 18 drivers racing. So chances are we get a hopefully very exciting race. People are actually saying there's rain. I'm not sure if they're taking the piss or if they're being serious, because the chance of rain are very low. So that, well, I assume they're joking or not. Yeah, I don't think we will actually have any rain. That would be quite something, considering we are in the middle of a desert. So yeah, for first couple cars out on track already here. A few new faces once again joining us today. Quite a few actually, so I'll have to go through the grid one by one to make sure I don't forget anyone. We've got JM in the Ferrari, who has taken the main seat here in the Ferrari. We've got Chloe in the Alpine tonight as a reserve driver, doing her first race in the league. Kool-Aid Man, who has joined today as well. He's in the AlphaTauri as a main driver. And alongside him is Giotto, who is another reserve driver who's joined today, also in the AlphaTauri. So yeah, that is 4 new drivers in today's race. Will be exciting to see where they are in comparison to the rest of the grid. Now that the YouTube chat is saying we've got rain as well. Thomas GD. Who's Thomas? Is that Thog? Is that where the THO comes from? If we actually have rain, that'd be quite something, because I don't think I've seen rain around Qatar yet on this game, or any game for that matter. Worth mentioning as well, Pocho is going to be serving a qualifying ban tonight. I think he's just doing this outlap right now to get a setup loaded onto the car, and then he will go into the pits and retire. Kepo, the first one to start a lap here for McLaren. He's immediately followed by one of the AlphaTauris, which is Kool-Aid Man, who's right behind him. So hopefully for Kool-Aid Man, oh, as Chloe has retired from the session. But there's no yellow flag. Did she retire in the... Oh, she left the session. What just happened there? She left and retired at the same time. Is that a glitch, or did she just decide she couldn't be bothered with qualifying? Pocho now retiring as well, there we go. His qualifying ban will be served tonight. Kepo in the McLaren, let's see, what is his Sector 2 time? A 53.6, a gap to Kool-Aid Man is widened, 54.9. Kool-Aid Man is a good chunk of Kepo in the middle sector. As Kepo is coming down towards the final corner, we'll see the first benchmark in this qualifying session, see what the rest of the grid has to be tonight if they want to be at the front. There we go, Kepo over the line, a 21.276, which I think is very competitive already, 23.2 by Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, 21.2 is a very good start here. We've got a couple of cars coming up the line, Ewek here on an invalid lap. We've got Marco for Red Bull coming around the final corner. A bit too early on the throttle, had to go back off it there. That would have cost him a bit of time. And over the line for the Red Bull driver, it's a 122.7, 1.5 seconds off Kepo. Yeah, Kepo at the moment looking very strong. Doesn't seem like anybody is close this time so far. But of course, a lot of drivers to complete laps here. We've got Origin coming around the final corner here. 54.3 in the middle sector. And over the line for the Aston Martin driver, it will be a 122.228. 1 second off Kepo in second place right now. Sully just about to go over the line here, what I think is an outlap though, because he is, yeah, 42.6. Definitely not a hot lap there. I'm trying to find someone who's just coming up to the line, like on the end of the lap. I think Plebmaster is invalidated. Kool-Aid Miner is back in the pit lane. Giotto, I think, is about to finish the lap. No, also into the pit lane. We will try Ewek. As he goes a bit wide, he's also going into the pits. The McLaren there is having a causing yellow flag. Marco behind him. On his way in the pit lane. It's an Alfa Romeo, that must be Foltz, who I think is pushing. We finally found someone. Of course, currently no lap set, he's in P10, 53.8 in the middle sector. Kippo still a second faster than anyone else right now. But we're still waiting for a lot of the front runners to put in laps, as Foltz has invalidated his run going through turn 14. We'll instead go on board with the Ferrari of JM. A 40.1 is current best lap time, so certainly a lot of time to be gained for him. Coming around the final corner. That 40.1 is probably a lap he abandoned, made some kind of mistake early on, and yeah, just went around to do one more. 21.9 into P2 for now, 7/10 off Kippo still. He's got his teammate Plebmaster on and run as well, but he's very low in the airs already, and hasn't even finished the lap yet. Sully jumping into P2, a 21.827. Plebmaster coming up in the final corner, and the middle sector time was a 54.2. We'll see how he compares to the other times set so far, if he's able to go anywhere in the front. 22.083 into 4th place. And Kippo still dominant at the front, 6/10 the gap to the rest of the field. We've got Pinky 11 Stop, which was invalidated his run before it even started, apparently. I'm guessing coming out the final corner, he just went a bit wide, and the game invalidated his last, his following lap as well. Wait, what? When I press L2, why does it go down? There we go. That was very weird, but it fixed itself now. But I think these guys here are all on their way back to the pit lane anyway. We've got Kevin starting a lap here, he's just coming around turn 1. That will be his first run position, I think. I don't think he's... Does he try to run? Or maybe he tried to run earlier and validated. Very difficult, the track limits around this track. Very easy to invalidate the laps to get time penalties. Because the nature of these corners, they are quite fast. And you run all the way up to the white line on every single exit, trying to maximize the amount of track you use, and you can so easily just misjudge it ever so slightly, like Kevin did right here, and invalidate your run. That is Kevin's run over here. He will not be able to put in a lap this time around. He might slow down now, recharge ERS, and have another go next time around, or just go back to the pit lane. Kool-Aid Mine starting a run here. He's currently in P8, which is the slowest of anyone who's put in the time at 23.265. So he's gonna have to try and improve by 5/10 to even beat Marcelio, who is the next car up ahead of him. But I mean, he's currently still, he's still P8 out of 18. It's just that a significant portion of the grid are seemingly unable to put in any other time at all. So people are really struggling to track limits around here. Like, man, not really using the curbs on entry and exit there, so he's being very careful about these track limits. He is definitely aware of the problems caused by the track limits around this track. Getting a little toe here from his teammate from Giotto. Just a slight toe. He's up by 4/10 after middle sector, so a decent improvement. Bit of a mistake through there, had to lift to get the car rotated in. That is definitely a flat-out corner if you take it normally. So not ideal run. Not all the way out the curb on the exit of turn 15, but we'll see if he's still able to improve. He was up by 4/10, so even if the final sector wasn't perfect, he should be able to gain some time on his previous best, a 23.2, and now it's a 22.606. He actually jumps both Marco and Marcelio, and yeah, celebrates by weaving, so he seems to be quite happy with that lap. Pinky 11 Stop coming up the line, they're putting in their 22.8 into P9, currently the slowest of anyone who's put in a lap. We've got a couple others coming up to the line here. The Williams of Shaw will be the next one to finish the lap. At 54.1 in the middle sector. And coming around the final corner, we are over halfway through qualifying now and only half the people have actually done a lap. Because Chloe and Pocho will not be doing any laps. They are both out of qualifying. Pocho serving a qualifying ban, and Chloe, I think Chloe got retired by the game which disconnected. Shaw coming in with a 21.6 into second place. Kuchro up to the line with a 21.836 into fourth place. Very close between Sully and Kuchro, 9 thousandths separating them. We have got Marco coming up in the final corner, 4 tenths up after the middle sector. We'll see if he can gain a bit more for the final sector. The air is open now and up to the line. The Red Bull driver needing to improve. He is currently down in 9th place, not where he would want to be. And he gains half a second onto a 22.2, jumps into 8th. Only 1 place gain despite gaining such a massive amount of time. Giotto coming up the line on an invalidated run. Origin about to start a lap. Clapmaster about to start a lap. We've got a Mercedes coming up the line. It'll be Sully on an out lap. A Haas coming up the line. Who would that be? Peak 11 Soldier. Oh, back in the pit lane. Okay, sorry. Ewek has invalidated. Missed the pit lane as well, so I have to go one more time. Folds. There we go. Finally found someone who's on a push lap here. And he'll be the next to come up to the line here in the Alfa Romeo. That will be his first legal lap of the session if he completes it. Don't want to jinx it. He has one more corner to go if he just takes this one cleanly. Which he has done. And now just has to go straight. Diaz open up the line. What will it be for Folds? Where will he end up here? A 21.922 into 5th place. But still, Kippo at the front, dominant. The 4 tenths gap separating him and Sharmul. Nobody really able to touch that lap, it seems. We've got Fogg coming out in the final corner. It will be his first round of the session. He hasn't put in the lap so far. See where he ends up. He's currently 13th. Of course, not having set the lap. And it puts in a 22.696 into 11th, beating Marcelio and Pinky 11 Swordfish. Kevin starting his second run as well now. We saw him earlier making a mistake and invalidating. Currently down in 14th. So he will hope to well, put in... Ah! There we go, once again. Similar mistake to last time. Just a bit too eager on the throttle. Understeering out wide. That's the lap invalidated. Kevin, he has 5 minutes to go, so one more realistic chance. Well, Sully and Plepmaster both just put in 21.4s. 21.460, 21.465. So they are now a bit close to Kippo. They've jumped into second and third. And yeah, very, very little separating those two. Plepmaster only 5 thousandths behind Sully. Currently, I don't think anybody is on a push lap. I think everybody is on their way back to the pits. Or on their way to start a lap. Yeah, nobody currently pushing. We have 5 minutes to go, so everybody just preparing for their final run. Jay has gone out quite early here. His previous best, a 21.930. Sitting in 7th place. Currently the best out of the debutants. With Giotto in last, Chloe in 16th, and Kool-Aid Man in 10th. So yeah, Kevin, Ewek and Giotto will hope to at least get a valid lap on the final run to make sure they are at least not all the way at the back. Of course, Giotto, I'm not sure where he'd end up pace-wise, but I know from Ewek and Kevin that it'll be somewhere near the front. Depending on how good they are to track, anywhere between close, like right up there on the front row to at least the top 10 easily for the pace they've shown so far this season. Even with a safe lap, I would say. So yeah, Jay now coming up in the final corner here to start his final run. Previous best a 21.930, which is put in P7. We'll see where he ends up after he's done with this lap. Diaz open for the Ferrari driver. It's gonna be McLaren coming up behind him. Would that be Kippo or Marcelio? That would be Marcelio. Kippo only just came out the pits. So yeah, Jay down to turn 1, braking just between, or around 75 meters, just between the 150. Now to turn 2, you brake just as the curb on the right hand side comes up, and all the way out to the curb on the exit as well once again. Down towards turn 4 and 5, brake just after the 50 meter board, Try and get your car in between the yellow curb and the white line there. Very nice line through turn 6 by Jay. Now down to the hairpin. Gets the car rotated nicely. He's purple in the first sector apparently. What is it? The delta time? I missed it. And the game refused to show me. Well, that's annoying. Now through turn 7. Not quite over the inside curb there, but on the exit. All the way up to the white line. Cut the inside curb through here, and now just brake after the white stripe you see on the outside. And towards the final sector here. How much is he up by? 4/10, a very good improvement from Jay here. Keep it flat through here. Now go down to 6. Has to lift just a little bit. So here once again, just a tiny lift and down to 6. All the way halfway over the curb. And towards the final corner, brake just after the 15 meter mark, get the car rotated in. And oh, he's gone over the white line! He slowed the car down enough, he just didn't steer enough. He would have made it over the line as well. And it would have been a very good lap there. 3/10 down in the end, even after slowing down, so that was certainly a good amount of time taking game. Marcelio not improving, 2/10 down on his previous best. The Aston Martin of Cucho on his way back to the pit, so he's invalidated as well. We've got a Red Bull coming up to the line, that would be Marco on an outlap. There's an Alpine. Would that be Fogg on an outlap? Okay. Sean Moore, currently in 4th, up by a 10th. Can he beat Plepmaster and Sully? Maybe even Kippo. How much can he get against in the final sector? The Williams driver wanting to further his chances in this title battle. Diaz open up to the line. Where is Sean Moore gonna end up here? It's a 21.481. Doesn't improve position, but he does gain a bit of time, which will of course secure his place to guys behind who are improving. Marco now retiring from the session, he is done. We've got Kippo coming up to the line, our current pole sitter. Is he gonna be able to improve even further? I can't see a delta, but I saw back and forth unfortunately. We'll just have to wait as he goes over the line. 21.105, he gains another 1.5 tenths. Furthens his gap at the front. Now, can he keep that pole position, or is anybody else going to be able to steal it away right at the end? I'm just flicking through people, trying to find someone who's about to finish a lap here. I think Foltz might even be the next one, because I can't seem to find anybody else. Actually, Origin is just ahead. Origin is down by 1.5 seconds, so he will not be improving, I'm fairly certain. Foltz up by a tenth though, he's currently in a 21.922. We'll see after the middle sector if he's gained more time. Yes, he's gaining close to 4 tenths here. So Foltz aiming for a top 5, maybe Plepmaster and Sully as well, within range. What about those guys? Plepmaster up by 6 tenths, what? Sully down by 75 thousandths. Oh, up 2 tenths for Plepmaster, sorry. So, Foltz coming around the final corner. Where's he gonna end up? The Alfa Romeo driver coming up to the line. It will be a 121.221 second place, 7 tenths gain, massive improvement, not quite enough for pole position. Plepmaster is invalidated in this run, he is done in this session. Jay seems to be trying again, Pink 11 Stoppage is done, Fogg is done. Giotto is invalidated once again, he will start from last position. Ewek is still on his lap here. Currently in 15th, hasn't put in a lap so far. As he comes around the final corner, the Williams driver. At least completing some kind of lap here. Diaz open. What is it going to be for Ewek? Where will he jump to? A 21.656 P6 there for Ewek. And considering he didn't have a lap previously, that is very strong. Jay up by 2 tenths. The Ferrari man trying to jump up the grid once more. Diaz open. It will be a 122.105. He lost a lot of time in the final sector. And that's that. Qualifying is done. It is Kippo. Oh, well, actually, Thok is still going. Or is he? I thought his delta was terrible earlier, but yeah, no, I don't think he's improving. He will be nowhere near the 22.6 he had earlier, right? Oh well, he does improve actually by 22,000. Stays in P14, but still, understand now. Kippo on pole, the 21.105, followed by Foltz on a 21.221. I'm actually quickly going to check if everybody is currently in the lobby. Yes, don't have to invite anyone. That's good. Sully in 3rd on a 21.460, so a very close top gap there between Sully and who was behind him? Plepmaster on the 465. Only 5,000 separating those two. Yeah, it was Plepmaster in 4th. Then Shawmul in 5th, very close to Sully and Plepmaster as well, 21.481. Ewek in 6th position, 21.655. Kucho in 7th, 21.835. Jay in 8th, 21.930. Origin in 9th, 21.963. Kevin, the first one outside the 21s, he rounds to the top 10 on a 22.046. Marco in 11th, 22.250. Pinky 11th, Swordwish in 12th. Kool-Aid Man in 13th, Thok in 14th, Marcelio in 15th, and then Chloe, Pocho, and Giotto without any laps. Chloe being getting retired by the game after she disconnected a few times. Pocho serving a qualifying ban, and Giotto quite simply not able to put in any sort of lap time at all. Always invalidating his runs. Not a good sign for him for the race, I would say. Very likely he'll pick up quite a few penalties here. Oh, maybe he's learned from this experience in qualifying. That could be a thing as well. You never know. But here we are on the grid for the Qatar Grand Prix. The drivers can now set their strategies, decide what they want to go for. Plenty of options. Soft, medium, medium soft, medium hard, hard medium, soft hard, hard soft. Everything is viable. Every kind of one-stop that you can think of, it is viable around Qatar, depending on how your car is set up, how your driving style is, how you can treat, how you can save the tires over a course of stint. But the most popular strategy does tend to be the hard medium. It's simply the safest. You don't risk any sort of puncture, and you will safely go through the end doing a hard medium. But we'll see if anybody decides to try the soft. Especially if you're at the front, it might be worth it. Say you're on pole or on P2, you can try and take the lead at the start and then build a gap, and once you're outside DRS range, it'll be much easier to defend, to keep away, and continue to build your gap throughout the rest of the race as everybody else behind you is battling. Here we are then, on the grid, the 5 red lights are on, and it's lights out, and away we go! The Qatar Grand Prix has started! And Kippo coming away well there at the start, falls into slipstream, having a look at the inside turn 1. He sends it actually on the McLaren, but Kippo on the outside line with a minor advantage actually, now falls slightly ahead. No, Kippo coming slightly ahead once again to turn 2. And they're still side by side down towards turn 3. Falls now on the inside line, has moved past the McLaren, taking the lead of the race. Sully having a little look at Kippo as well. It's Chloe coming around at turn 3 there, dropping to last place. Bit of squabbling behind, that's Marco, Kucho and Origin. Oh, one of the Aston Martins going very sideways there. Has just about managed to catch the car, I think that was Origin. Marcelio and Kevin side by side battling for 12 here. Giotto trying to move a place as well. Kippo is round, I think. Kippo is dropping places, he's down to 5th. What has happened to Kippo? 6th even. 7th. Kippo has dropped from P2 to P6. Yellow flags in sector 2, that's Pinky and Thok in the wall here. Those two must have had some kind of incident. Pinky rejoining in last place. Foles has already broken the 1 second gap to Sully. So that little mistake by Kippo, I think, created a small gap in this leading train. But the top 3 now are Foles, Sully and then Plepmaster. Oh, Kippo! Rounded into the wall, the final corner! Losing his entire front wing and retiring on track as well. That is Kippo out of the race after getting pole position within this, the first lap already. Plepmaster taking P2 from Sully. Kucho moving past his teammate Origin through turn 1 here. Claiming 8th place. Kucho actually with a time penalty already, 3 seconds, so he must have gotten 3 warnings in the first lap. Giotto moving past Marcelio for 12, actually still side by side here down towards turn 4. Giotto on the inside line with a minor advantage. Can he move past the McLaren? Yes he can. Marcelio has to concede the position. And Pocho trying to make up places as well here, up into 14th by now. Yellow flags in sector 1 with Pinky. Oh no, that's still Kippo's AI, sorry. Meanwhile, Foles in the front, 1.1 seconds away from Plepmaster. Has he broken the DRS? Can he keep these guys away from him? Jay following Shawmul very closely on the mediums here, trying to take advantage. Nobody has gone for the soft tires, so everybody is playing it safe with the either medium or the hard. We'll see what tires they go on toward their pit stops, if it's gonna be a hard medium or medium hard for everyone. Or if anybody goes to the softs later on. Chloe now picking up a penalty, 3 seconds. The second penalty in this race after Kucho got one on the first lap already. Sully now as well with a 3-second time penalty. So those are gonna keep coming in today, I think there'll be quite a few of those. Foltz with the fastest lap of the race. He has got Clapmaster outside 1 second. Kucho going for the move on Marco into 7th. Kool-Aid Man looking up the inside of Origin as well, but he's simply too far behind into turn 1 to think about going for the move. Has to tuck in behind and settle for 10th place for now at least. But he's lost enough a tire advantage here. Mediums against hards. Kool-Aid Man and well, this entire train from Kool-Aid Man to Pocho with a tire advantage compared to the guys ahead. Good chance they will move past the hard runners at some point. Clapmaster's now also built a 1 second gap to Sully. So both Clapmaster and Foltz, Sully as well, almost 1 second to Ewek. As Origin is round at the hairpin. Into the wall here at turn 6. And almost getting stuck on the yellow sausage curb there as well. Dropping down to 14th place. Fork in the pit lane for a wing change here. Not sure what happened to him. Of course, the incident with Pinky, sorry, that's what happened to him. But he pitted 1 lap later, interestingly. Or did he crash again? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I saw him pitting last lap, so that's interesting that he pitted 1 lap after the incident instead of straight away. Clapmaster now just about broken into the 1 second of Foltz once again. You know, flags now in the main straight, but nobody is crashed. I don't know. Jay following Sawmul very closely over the main straight now, and he should have a go to turn 1. He's alongside him on the inside line, and Sawmul dropping behind in the straight already. Jay taking 5th place in the race. Giotto and Kool-Aid Man, 2 teammates swapping places here. Giotto up into 9th with a great start so far. He started last, he's now 9th. So already has gained 9 places in the first 4 laps. Oh, and Kool-Aid Man sends it on Giotto once again. Oh, what? Kool-Aid, okay. Bit of teleporting going on, that's not great. Some connection issues there, I think. But thankfully both cars seem to be okay. As Kippo has now left the session as well after DNF. Very unfortunate for him, a great qualifying session. And then the first lap completely ruining that entirely. Meanwhile, JM now chasing after the second Williams. He's past Schaumul. He's now having a go at Ewek here. Only 3 tenths behind him. And with the DRS straight coming up, that will be his chance to take 4th place in this race. And then Sully doesn't have DRS in the car up ahead, so that should be a relatively easy target for the Ferrari. He might be in a podium position quite soon already. But then of course, as the race goes on, the advantage will swing in favor of the other cars as they pit for medium to see pits for hards. But for now, DRS open for Jay. Using the slipstream, using overtake mode, and he takes P5 in this race. Ewek has no answer for him. Gets a fast lap in the process as well. Jay up into P4, and the next car ahead of him is Sully. And yeah, as I said, that should be a rather easy move for him. Kool-Aid Man moving back past Giotto into 9th place. As Giotto has a major slide coming out of turn 1, just about managed to catch the car and keep it pointing in the right direction, keep it away from the wall. Pocho seems to be a bit stuck in this train here. Hasn't gotten past Kevin yet. He's gonna be wanting to move to the field faster, of course. Pocho being one of the fastest drivers in the division so far this season, as Giotto now moves past Kool-Aid Man once again. 2 AlphaTauri still side by side. Giotto though deciding to back out the move. Kool-Aid Man moving around his outside into P9 and now dropping outside DRS range to Marco, which is not great for them. They are gonna be under pressure from Kevin and Pocho behind if they don't stay within DRS of Marco. The DRS in this game is so crucial. You gain so much time with the DRS open that if you are outside DRS range, it is yeah, a travesty for your race. It is really like, I mean, it's not race over, but it might as well be, honestly. If you're outside a DRS train, it's so more difficult to get back into it. As Pocho is having a go at Kevin into the final corner, an orthodox place for an overtake. But Pocho seems to have pulled off here. They're alongside, down the main straight. Jay moving past Sully for 3rd at the same time. Pocho and Kevin side by side there, with Kevin blinking, so he's gonna run out of ERS. Meanwhile, the 2 AlphaTauris moving past as well. Giotto retaining 9th place from his teammate once again. And Pocho up into 11th, Jay up into 3rd. Meanwhile, Jay is also broken into the edge of his teammate, is connected to the train once again. Folds, Plepmaster, Jay and Sully within one train. Ewek is outside of 1 second to Sully. So the top 4 right now on their own. Pocho's moved past Coolman Man already. Gotten a move done very early as Giotto because of the time penalty. Pocho has taken 10th place in this race. Next target will be Giotto. And after that his teammate already. Pocho doing, making good progress as well here. Both him and Giotto having started from the back up into 9th and 10th. So their race so far going very well for them. They will hope that it continues this way. Only 6 laps and they've made up, what is it? I'll check. 9 and 7 places respectively, so a very good start from them each. Shawmul now picking up a time penalty, which I believe is his first in the race. And Kucho putting good pressure on the 2 Aston Martins here. Doesn't want to lose out to them here. He seems to be a bit faster with how close he's able to follow them. Meanwhile, Jay might have a go at his teammate here since he doesn't have any DRS open. And Jay taking P2 in this race. Not sure if it was team orders. Since Jay, of course, currently has a tire advantage, might just be smart by the 2 Ferrari guys to swap places. As contact between Kucho and Ewek. Ewek has been sent into a spin, into a gravel trap, rejoins, only dropping 1 place to Kucho there. But he stopped outside the DRS range. Pocho has moved past Giotto, he's now into 9th. And the next car up ahead is his teammate Marco in P8. Pocho continuing to move through the field nicely. Yellow flag, sector 1. Chloe spun, coming off turn 1. It's a full call safety car that's been deployed here. And Giotto gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Pocho. So he must have made contact with Pocho right in the safety car came out. Very unfortunate for him, as he will now have to serve that in the pit lane. Can't be removed. Yeah, not sure what exactly happened to Chloe. My best guess is she spun coming out of turn 1 and hit the wall on the right-hand side. Since, yeah, the wall on the left-hand side would be a million miles away, so that is probably what happened there. I don't think anybody was near her either, so it couldn't have been a crash with any other car. Very unfortunate for Chloe. Pinky going into the pit lane here and going onto hard tires. He has to hope that these guys all pit, because otherwise he'll be a lap down. Yeah, Focus stayed out because of that. And it seems like I see a Mercedes staying out there. Who is that? Is that Sully? Yeah, Sully is staying out here on the hards. Thankfully for Pinky Levinson, he doesn't get put in lap down. Sully staying out. Shawmu staying out. Ewek staying out. Marco staying out. The rest in the field coming in here. So the top 4 are going to be on old tires. Everybody else on fresh tires. We'll see. Origin is staying out as well. So he's going to jump a few people here. How far up does he go? Kool-Aid Man onto the soft tires. Origin coming out in P7. Separating the train of the previous leaders. Folds now and Folds and Jay on their own. With Plepmaster having dropped behind Pocho coming out in P9 there, which he's 4th of the guys who pitted actually. It's not a bad place for him to be in. Of course, a few drivers will have lost out on places due to double stacks. Maybe actually that is why Marco didn't pit, allowing his teammate to pit without dropping far back, without double stacking. Red Bull splitting the strategies there. And of course, if you're gonna call one car in, it'll be the one on the softer compound. Pocho having been on the mediums, Marco on the hards. Pocho can now go to the end of the race. If Marco had pitted, he would be on to mediums, probably not going to the end. So that might have been a very smart call from Red Bull to split strategies. Both Marcelio and Kool-Aid Man on the softs there. Very interesting. Those two will be ones to look out for the restart. Probably making up quite a few places, but the question is how long those softs will then last. They are certainly going to make another pit stop in this race. Fog into the pits as well now. Picking up a fresh set of mediums. Will drop to the last place behind Pinky, but not a lap down, so it doesn't really matter. He'll be right in the back of the safety car train once it goes in. So Sully now leading the way, but it's going to be a very interesting dynamic. These top 4 on these old tires, Origin as well and 7 on the old tires. They're going to be like a roadblock for these guys on fresh ones. Fresh tires are so much faster in this game. It's gonna be, I think, a difference of probably 1 second. They're only 7 laps old, which they aren't like ancient, these hards. But it will certainly make a big difference in terms of pace. The drop off is very noticeable. I think when you hit like 15-20%, you notice a steep drop off in pace. So it's gonna be a big task for these top 4 of Marco, Ewek, Schaumburg and Sully to defend from the cars behind. Foltz will try and move past them as early as possible, build a gap to the cars behind, of course. Foltz on the mediums. He either has a very long stint ahead of him, 20 laps on mediums, they'll be quite worn out by the end, or he's going to be pitting again, which means he needs to build a as big a gap as possible to J as possible. Plepmaster as well on the same strategy that Foltz is on in 3rd place, if you ignore all the cars and all tires, which I will for this purpose, because I think they will be passed rather easily. So yeah, I mean, Kool-Aid Man and Marcelio very confident they are pitting again. Then Thog, Kucho, Foltz and Plepmaster are probably pitting again, and all the guys on fresh hards don't think are pitting again, as Potro and Kool-Aid Man are switching places here. So yeah, the soft runners, they are definitely pitting again. The mediums might pit again, the hards probably not going to pit again, and the guys on old hards, of course, they have to pit again, otherwise they will be disqualified from the race. So quite a few different strategies at play here. That will spice up the action quite a bit, I think. 20 laps to go in the race. Safety car should be out for 1 more lap, I think, as Thog hasn't caught up just yet. He is just coming down into turn 9. With the safety car being at turn 14. So we should have 1 more lap of safety car running and then we'll be underway. Of course, this does help the guys on mediums. 1 less lap of running at race pace, meaning 1 less lap of tire wear. Thog is now caught up just after the safety car has gone past pit entry. So yeah, 1 more lap and then we'll be underway. Can also have a quick look at the penalties right now. Sully, Schaumburg, Kucho and Giotto each on 3 seconds. But nobody else's penalties so far. I mean, while we're here as well, we can have another look at the position changes. Marco's up 7, Potro's up 8. Those are the two Red Bulls are the ones who've gained the most. But of course, that is well, Marco, for him it's due to him staying out on the safety car. Kool-Aid Man is now going past Potro again. What is he doing? That's the Red Bull back past. But also a few who've lost quite a few places. I mean, Plepmaster down 4, Foltz down 3, but that is also staying out here. He was in the lead earlier, of course. Kucho down 4 places. Yeah. The biggest winner so far is definitely Potro. Because he is now in effectively 4th place after starting in 17th, I think it was, with only Giotto behind him. So a great race for Potro so far, 19 laps to go. And if you then also consider that Plepmaster and Foltz, I think, might still either be pitting or their tires will drop off massively, that is another 2 places he could likely gain. So Potro is in a great position at the moment. Exactly what he wanted, the safety car, exactly what his title fight needs. He's missed a few races, he's got a qualifying ban, he's on the back foot. But he's doing well to fight back. Safety car will now be called in as we go into the final sector. And Sully will take control of the field. Decide when to restart the race. There we go. Sully now in control, another one of the championship protagonists, of course. We've got quite a few drivers in contention for the championship, still with 5 races to go here. Schaumburg at the moment still the championship leader, he's got a 17-point gap to Sully in 2nd. So Sully now setting the pace here, going quite fast, over 100 kph, the safety car is into the pit lane. When will Sully decide to go? Is he gonna catch everyone napping? Sully's gone very early here, and he has caught Schaumburg napping completely. Meanwhile, Foltz already going for a move on Marco, but he can't pass him until the line. Has to try and get a good exit here to get alongside into turn 1. Folds using overtake mode, uses his team on now up the inside into turn 1. The Alfa Romeo wanting to take P4 in this race. Go move past the Red Bull, and he does indeed take 4th place. Meanwhile, Jay trying to slip through as well. Can he move past him? Blabmaster moving past Origin. Folds still defending from Marco. Marco's trying to come back at him, but he's not able to. The tire disadvantage is simply too big. Sean Moore and Sully was side by side. I think Sean Moore had a bit of an oversteer moment there as he lost a good chunk of speed on the exit. Oh, there's a car around! That's Ewek! Ewek into the wall! What happened to Ewek? And that's another safety car! The second safety car in this race, half a lap after the first one. Ewek, I'm not sure what happened to him. I think it might have been contact with Folds, but I can't. It was very difficult to see. So that's Ewek out of the race. Another safety car has been called out, and this opens up the strategy options once again. Will the guys who didn't pit under the first safety car now pit? Sully, Shawmul, Marco, Origin. The soft runs as well. Kool-Aid Man, Marcelio, what about those? Are they going to make a pit stop now to go to the end? This will be very interesting to see. What do you do in this scenario? I'm very happy I'm not a driver right now, because I would have no idea what to do. I would have absolutely zero idea what I would do in this situation. We'll see. Sully is coming in. Shawmul is staying out. Folds is in. Marco is in. Why is Folds in? Does he think he can't go to the end? But the rest of the grid seemingly staying out here. Origin is in. We'll see if Folds has picked up wing damage maybe? Yes! There's a wing change of Folds. So I think indeed he did go into the back of Ewek. And must have picked up wing damage from that. He will drop down to 14th at the moment, 13th I think after the pit exit. No, 14th, he's behind Kucho. So yeah, Sully, Marco, Kucho, Folds and Kevin in the pit lane here under safety car. Dropping to 11th. Now it's Origin actually staying out. Origin and Shawmul are now the only ones in this race who haven't made a pit stop so far. The two soft runners of Kool-Aid Man, Marcelio opting to stay out. And Jay now, the furthest car up on well, fresh tires from the first safety car. Solely the furthest up on fresh tires from the second safety car. So we'll probably be racing at the end of lap 13, I think. Everybody is going to catch up the safety car on this lap, but it does usually stay out for 2 laps at least. This time it will be Shawmul who is controlling the restart, our current championship leader. But I'm not sure how I feel about the strategy, because he has to pit at some point. And now he has to do it under green flag conditions. Of course, he would have dropped to, well, P12, right behind Sully. But I think that would have been worth it, because it's like now you just drop to the same position but with a wider gap in the cars in front, more difficult to make up places again. I guess he might be hoping for another safety car to save him and keep him in the fight for the race win tonight. Similar for Origin as well. I don't think it made sense to stay out now if you're on the if you haven't pitted at all so far. You have to pit at some point in this race. Unless you think the mediums can't go to the end from here, which I think they should be able to rather easily as well. Pinky now into the pit lane from P9, I think it was. So he's gonna drop down to last in exchange for fresh tires and probably onto mediums. So yeah, 15th place for the Haas driver. And indeed onto mediums. No wing change, so it's a purely technical decision to move onto fresh tires and sacrifice track position. And he will catch the safety car by the end of this lap again, so we will definitely be in now. Then hopefully we'll have green flags near the race. I would like to have green flags for longer than half a lap at least. Maybe we can manage it this time. So yeah, I would say keep an eye out on this right here, the Sully and downwards, all these guys on the fresh mediums. They're gonna start moving past the likes of Thok, Giotto, Marcelio, Kool-Aid Man, all those guys on the slightly older tires. And also keep an eye out on Shawmul and Origin on the very old hards. They're gonna create a bit of a roadblock for the cars behind them. They'll be a lot slower, I think. Their tires are simply older. They will struggle to get the car turned in, get the traction down, get the throttle down. And the cars behind them will be very, very eager to overtake and get around them, lose as little time as possible, and move on with their races. I'd be very surprised if we don't see Jay going for a move on Shawmul almost immediately. There we go, safety car in this lap. Shawmul now taking the pace here, followed by the two Ferraris of Jay and Pledmaster. Pledmaster Racing is a reserve for Ferrari tonight. So Shawmul going quite a bit slower than Sully did earlier. He's creating a bigger gap to the safety car. We'll see if he goes similarly early. Sully caught him out. Can he catch Jay out? Safety car's back in the pit lane. He could go now if he wanted to. But he's still going slowly, still warming up the tires, still burning some fuel here as well. The brake and throttle, maximum rev. Now he's gone through the final corner. And he's somewhat caught Jay out. 5/10 the gap there. Pledmaster actually close to Jay. That Jay is to Shawmul, but will Pledmaster go for it on his teammate? Are the two Ferraris in the battle of turn 1? Kool-Aid Man having a little look at Pocho, but he's simply too far behind. Can't make use of soft faults, moving past Cucho for 12 and trying to hang around the outside of Marco as well for P11. And now up the inside into turn 2. A brilliant move by Foltz, and it's paid off. He's up into P11. Marco still there on his inside line into turn 4 and 5 though. Foltz now has to hang it around the outside. And yes, now he's finally secured the position. A great move by Foltz. Very opportunistic to see the gap on Marco. Jay now trying to move around the outside through turn 7. Shawmul has it covered though, but Jay, you can tell, he is so much faster than the Williams. These fresh tires are such a major advantage compared to the old ones. Once again having a look to the outside now through turn 10. Can he find a way around the Williams? With a switchback perhaps now down towards turn 12. Around the outside towards a flat out corner. No. Shawmul still defending. Shawmul has to go slow down a bit though because he's not in the ideal line. Costing Jay valuable time here. Jay still stuck behind Sean. But as they go down towards the main street once again, I think this will be Jay's best chance to take the race lead here. He's right behind him going to the final corner. Has to make sure his teammate doesn't move past him as well. Oh, this is an Aston Martin round. Origin! Origin with a spin! And he drops down Giotto off the race there. I think it's been collected by Origin. And we've got a virtual safety car. Right as Jay was about to pass Shawmul. Origin rejoined the track in last place. I think he must have spun into Giotto, which is very unfortunate. Giotto's debut being ended in that way. Virtual safety car deployed. No full safety car this time around. And that is Giotto's race and Origin's race as well. Well, Giotto's race completely over. Origin's race, unless there's another safety car, effectively over as well now. Very difficult for him to get back to the points. He would have to rely on other drivers' mistakes. As you can see, he has a missing front left end plate. He has to pit anyway. He's now go in for a wing change probably this lap. And drop 30 seconds behind the field. Drive-through penalty for Shawmul. He's sped on the safety car. And he's been immediately overtaken by the two Ferraris as well. Shawmul dropping to 3rd place. It's a Ferrari 1-2 here. Around the Lausanne International Circuit. A nightmare race for Shawmul here. Drive-through penalty. Has to make a pit stop as well. Both him and Origin have just thrown their races away completely. Pocho now actually ghosting into Shawmul here, but he doesn't take advantage of it. Shawmul stays ahead. But chances are Shawmul is not going to go into a drive-through. No need to stay out here for any longer, stay in traffic. There we go. Shawmul into the pits. Going to serve the drive-through. Really unfortunate for him. As Kool-Aid Man goes a bit wide from the final corner, gets a 3rd warning there, a 3-second time penalty for him. And now wants to make use of his soft compound tires, burning overtake, going for the move on the Red Bull in turn 1. Up the inside, the AlphaTauri taking P3 away from the Red Bull. Although Pocho still hanging in there, side by side now down towards turn 2. Pocho on the inside line. Can Kool-Aid Man hang it round the way around the outside? And yes, he can. And then with the inside into turn 3 as well. Rather easy to defend for him. Meanwhile, Foltz and Sully side by side. Sully trying to hang it around the outside through turn 4 and 5. But he's not able to. The Alfa Romeo defending well. Actually, turning defense into attack, having a little look at Thog here. With a switchback through turn 6. And on the outside line towards turn 7. Can he hang it around the outside? No, he can't. Thog has managed to defend him for one more corner. But now the switchback on the exit. Foltz has finally managed to move past Thog, who gets squeezed out. And Sully taking advantage as well. Although now he goes wide and Sully's actually lost places. Sully tried to take the opportunity moving past Thog, but instead he's been passed by Marco and Cucho. Meanwhile, you can see Pocho is following Kool-Aid Man really closely here. I think Kool-Aid Man is holding him up. Actually, those softs might already be showing big signs of wear. And there's a car off. There's wings flying. I think that's Marco into the gravel. You can see him on the camera now. His wing seems to be intact. Cucho in the pit, so maybe it was his wing flying off. I guess that wasn't in between Cucho and Marco. Pocho now moving past Kool-Aid Man for 3rd place. I'd like to see the TV camera, but right now the game is refusing to show it to me. Yeah, I see a wing change for Cucho, and I think, yeah, he's lost the entire front wing there. Marco's staying out, so he hasn't picked up any damage from that at least. The two Ferraris 2.5 seconds away from Pocho in 1st and 2nd there. Consolidating the 1-2, 12 laps to go. Can they stay away from Pocho? Can they bring home this 1-2? It would be a great result for the team. Foltz having a look at Marcelio up the inside into turn 6, but he doesn't actually send it on the exit now. Marcelio with a terrible exit. Jotun now leaving the session after his DNF. Foltz has taken 5th place, and those softs are really dropping off now. Kool-Aid Man not able to stay in DNS range to Pocho. And Foltz is gonna probably move past him soon, as well as a Red Bull going straight on Pocho. What happened to Pocho? Migrating host? What? Thog has left the session. Oh no. I think... What? Did the lobby just break? The host leaving the session is normally a death sentence for a session. There's a few cars in the pit lane now. Kool-Aid Man, Marcelio. We still seem to be going Pocho. I'm not sure what's happening to Pocho. He's still in the lobby. But he seems to be on AI mode? I'm not sure what happened to Thog. He was hosting the session, so him disconnecting is terrible. What just happened? A penalty for Cooch has been applied there, 3 seconds for him. I think Poch's in control of this car again. He can try and come back. No, he's on AI mode here. This is AI driving, okay. Sully moving past Pledmaster and Jay. Yeah, I think the lobby's dead. Oh no. Yeah, half the drivers on AI mode. Look at this, look at the throttle inputs. Oh no. But they're all still in. I still see them with the mute symbol, so... I'm not even sure who's actually still driving at this point. The two Ferraris on AI. Foltz on AI. Kevin, that's an AI. Pinky, it's an AI. Pocho, that's an AI. Well, Thog, of course, is an AI. Disconnected Marco on AI. What about Kool-Aid Man? Cucho putting the fast with the race, so he's probably not an AI. Kool-Aid Man is AI. See Marcelio's inputs into turn 1. That is AI. That is also AI from Cucho. What? But he put in the first lap. Ogen Is it just me who's like completely desynced? I don't know. I can't tell. But Marco's been given a 3-second time penalty. What is going on right now? He's on AI for me. Marcelio's number been disqualified. What on earth is going on right now? Someone has to fill me on what the hell is going on right now. Well, this lobby is definitely far. The thing is, I don't know if what's happening on my screen right now is what's happening on the screen for the drivers. Because I see messages of people getting like time penalties and getting fast slaps, so they can't be on AI. But the way they drive on my screen, they are AI. It is so weird. The only one who doesn't have this issue is Sully. He's the only one who I actually see driving. I'm not sure what to do at this point, really. Some more Porsches now in the lead. But the timing tower. Sorry, like I can't really. I'm not saying anything right now. I just don't know what to do. Yes, and I'm trying to organize for the league right now at the same time and figure out what we're gonna do about this. I mean, because what is happening on my screen right now, I don't know if that's what's happening on the screen for everybody else. It's way too late to call a race restart. So I think the only thing that realistically can be done is that we wait out the last few laps of this race. Because I mean the thing is that the drivers who are still in the race are not messaging me. The only ones who are messaging are the ones who DNF'd. So what I think is happening is that the guys who are still like in this race are still driving as normal, and for them, I think it might just all be normal. But then for me, I have this AI thing here, where everyone apart from Sully is driving like the AI. Fog as well now. He's back in the lobby and he's driving like a human. So. I don't know. I simply don't know. I mean the timing tower is completely off as well. I'm pretty sure. I don't. I think Sully is in the lead on my screen. I'm not sure if this timing tower on the left is like the real timing tower that the drivers are seeing. It's just all one massive mess right now. Yeah, caused by Fox internet going down, and yeah, when the lobby host leaves a lobby, it just completely breaks everything, as you can see. I've never seen it quite this broken. Like normally it just disconnects people, but this is something else. it just completely desynced everything. Once again, timing tower has changed, but yeah, I can only sit here and wait until the end of the race. There's nothing for me to commentate on. There's no racing for me to watch. This is a really, really shitty situation to be in right now. And I will have to wait until the end of the race to discuss with drivers what will be done now. Because clearly what is happening on my screen isn't what's happening on track. As I said, the drivers who are still in the race are not messaging. So I can only assume they are driving. I mean, apparently, yeah, Jay just taking the lead from Plebmaster here, but I'm not sure if this is real. If they are on AI. Yeah, this is still looks like AI driving to me. I am quite simply at a loss for words. And I don't even know who's been given the lobby host now. That fuck disconnected. I don't think you can tell, can you? No, you can't. You can't see it. You know, flags apparently for someone. Maybe if I leave and rejoin. I mean, yeah, I'm not the host, so I can safely leave the lobby. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter if I leave for the stream. What you were seeing right there wasn't a real race anyway. Yeah, a complete mess by the Codemasters F1 game right now. Very unfortunate. I'll try and get back in the lobby and see if that maybe fixes it. Thank you for the invite, Thog. Wait, why is it not showing up here? Oh well, I'll join through PlayStation. Invitation has expired. Nice. How? You sent it 1 minute ago. How has it expired, PlayStation? I'm trying right now to get back in the lobby, but there's really... I don't know, the invites aren't working for me. So there really is nothing I can do to get back in. I'm not sure if any of the drivers who are, I don't know, not fighting for anything can try and re-invite me. Yeah. I can't join through people's profiles either. I see Thok is sending me invites through the game, but if I go into the invite section here, nothing shows up, and I don't get invite notifications on PlayStation anymore either. Yeah, I think the lobby is just in absolute ruins, and I will have to sit here in the main menu and wait for the race to end. I guess I will know when the race is ended by when people start messaging in the Discord chat. It is such a situation to be in right now. As a like a league organizer, I don't know what's going on in the race. I don't know if the race is still even working correctly at all. Yeah, just really really shitty right now. I've yeah. I'll keep the stream up until the race is like officially ended, until I see um some kind of result that I can maybe give to you guys. The interesting thing that I see right now is where every single time I go to a driver's profile and I look at the preview for request to join, it says 21 spaces open, and the only name mentioned is the driver of the that I'm currently on profile with. So I think what might have happened is the lobby just split into a different lobby for every single person, which would be absolutely horrendous because like there's like absolutely no official results you can gather from that. Yeah, this is fucked. This is just fully fucked. Yeah, every single time I keep like trying different profiles and all of them say 21 spaces open, with only a driver that I'm currently on the profile of being shown. So I think what happened is that the lobby got split with, I think everyone is now in their own lobby. Right, I have been sent result screenshots by Thog with Foltz winning ahead of Pocho and then Jay, Sully, Kevin, Plepmaster, Pinky, Kucho, Marco, Shamo, Thog in 11th. The question is, I don't know if those are accurate. Yeah, I don't know. Let's send another invite into a lobby. Right, it seems like the drivers had a normal lobby still. At least for based on what the guys have been saying so far. So I don't know, I think it might have just ruined the lobby for me. But I don't know at this point. Um, yeah, really, really weird what happened there. And yeah, very sorry I couldn't give you guys a proper stream tonight. Even I mean, it was fully out of my control, but still, I apologize on yeah for the way the stream is ended tonight. I wasn't able to show the last 10 or so left in the race. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. The results I've been given are a false race win out of Pocho, and then James with Sully in 4th, Kevin in 5th, Plepmaster 6th, Pinky 7th, Kucho 8th, Marco 9th, and Shawmul rounding out the top 10. I think those are accurate. Nobody has said they're wrong, so yeah, I will assume that they are correct for now. We will figure out what this race was. Absolute mess today. And I hope the next race will be less chaotic and without the host disconnecting and ruining the lobby. I wish you guys a good evening. See you again on Saturday for the Division 1 Grand Prix around Qatar, or next Wednesday for the Spanish Grand Prix in Division 2. Have a good evening.